India isn't just a place you visit, it's a place that engulfs you, wrapping you in its vibrant chaos from the very first moment you arrive. The country doesn't simply welcome you, it sweeps you up in a whirlwind of sights, sounds, and emotions that are impossible to ignore. The air is thick with marigolds, spices, and history. Every breath you take is infused with the scent of incense, the tang of street food, and the lingering aroma of ancient traditions. Even the architecture seems to breathe, its walls telling stories of centuries past. The sounds, honking rickshaws, temple bells, and a dozen languages, create a living symphony. Each note is a reminder that life here is always in motion, always evolving, and always inviting you to listen more closely. Your senses are instantly awakened, colors seem brighter, tastes sharper, and every street is alive with stories. The vibrant hues of saris and spices, the sizzle of food on a roadside grill, and the laughter of strangers all blend together into a sensory tapestry. A simple walk becomes an adventure. Cows in traffic, vendors with pyramids of spices, children playing cricket. Every corner holds a new surprise, and even the most ordinary moments feel extraordinary. These everyday moments are the true spirit of India. It's in the shared smiles, the spontaneous conversations, and the small acts of kindness that you begin to understand the country's heart. India doesn't ask you to observe, it demands you participate. Whether you're joining a festival, learning to cook a local dish, or dancing in the streets, you're invited to become part of the story. Many travelers describe their first day as rebirth, overwhelmed at first, then filled with wonder. The initial shock gives way to curiosity, and soon you find yourself eager to explore more, to dive deeper into the unknown. The country's energy forces you to let go and flow with its rhythm. You learn to move with the crowds, to trust your instincts, and to find beauty in the unexpected. This is where transformation begins. Plans fail, and you learn to embrace the unexpected. The journey becomes less about where you're going, and more about how you're changing along the way. India's welcome is rarely quiet, but always real. It's an invitation to see the world and yourself anew. The warmth of its people leaves a mark that lingers long after you've left. For those open to its call, the first impression is a promise of a journey that will change you forever. India doesn't just stay there, it becomes a part of who you are. Ask foreigners about India, and you'll hear stories of feelings, not just places. For many, India is not just a destination on a map, but a journey that stirs something deep within. The tales travelers share are less about monuments and more about moments that linger long after the trip ends. An Australian backpacker came for the Taj Mahal, but stayed for the chai and the friendships made over it. She found that the simple act of sharing tea with locals opened doors to laughter, stories, and a sense of belonging she never expected to find so far from home. A Japanese photographer called India a living canvas, where every color and pattern tells a story. He wandered through bustling markets and quiet alleys, discovering that every face, every wall, every sari was a brushstroke in a masterpiece that was always changing. She learned to love abundance, and her memories are painted with joy and celebration. Festivals became more than events. They were invitations to join in, to dance, to taste, to feel the pulse of a culture that celebrates life in every possible way. An American student, not religious, was moved by dawn rituals on the Ganges, humbled by the weight of history and faith. The river's quiet power, the devotion of the people, and the ancient chants at sunrise left him with a sense of awe he couldn't quite explain. He didn't find answers, but learned to appreciate the questions. India, he realized, isn't about certainty. It's about embracing the unknown and finding beauty in the search itself. These stories reveal India as a mirror. It shows you your patience, fears, and capacity for kindness. The people you meet, the challenges you face, and the surprises along the way all reflect something back to you. You don't just see India, you see yourself. In the chaos and calm, in the crowds and quiet corners, you discover new sides of who you are. The journey is ultimately inward, and India stays with you long after you leave. Its lessons echo in your thoughts, its colors linger in your dreams. a Brazilian traveler summed it up.
And now you've got yourself something funky.
It reflects your hopes, your doubts, and your propensity. The most common way, India challenges you. It challenges your assumptions, expands your heart, and leaves you with stories you'll tell for a lifetime. It's a place that gets under your skin and your heart. The warmth of its people, the depth of its ambitions, and the vibrancy of its everyday life become a part of you. The journey through India is a journey into yourself, a discovery that continues long after the road ends. Traveling through India is a true culinary adventure. Each region offers a new flavor, a new story, and a new way to experience the country's vibrant culture. The diversity of Indian cuisine is as vast as its landscapes, and every meal is an invitation to explore. In the north, you'll find rich, creamy curries and pillowy naan, perfect for scooping up every last bit of sauce. Dishes like butter chicken and paneer tikka are local favorites, warming both heart and soul. In the south, the cuisine transforms. Tangy sambar, spicy rasam, and cool coconut chutney are served alongside fluffy idlis and crispy dosas. Meals are often presented on banana leaves, adding a touch of tradition to every bite. A Canadian traveler found comfort in a hot, crispy samosa on a chilly Delhi evening, discovering how food can warm you from the inside out and create memories that last long after the journey ends. A French visitor was amazed by a South Indian thali, a party of flavors on a banana leaf, where each small dish tells its own story, and together they create a symphony of taste. Street food in India is a performance. Pani Puri in Mumbai, Kathi rolls in Kolkata, and chaat in every bustling market. Vendors are artists, crafting snacks that are as exciting to watch being made as they are to eat. Each city boasts its own specialty, a signature dish that locals are proud to share with visitors from around the world. A Mexican traveler marveled at the sheer variety and the trust placed in street vendors' skill, realizing that every bite is a leap of faith and almost always a delicious reward. But it's the hospitality that truly lingers. Being welcomed into a family's home, treated as one of their own, and sharing a meal that's prepared with love and generosity. Food in India is more than sustenance. It's a way to connect, to show kindness, and to create memories that last a lifetime. Every meal is a celebration, every bite a bridge between cultures, and every shared table a chance to make new friends. The flavors of India nourish the soul as much as the body, leaving travelers with stories to tell and a longing to return for just one more taste. India's monuments are more than sights. They're living stories. The Taj Mahal stuns with its beauty, but it's the emotion it stirs that travelers remember. In Hampi, ancient temples sprawl across surreal landscapes, each stone whispering history. Rajasthan's forts evoke tales of kings and battles. Standing atop Mehranga, you feel the weight of centuries. These places aren't just bucket list stops, they're personal pilgrimages. Whether watching sunrise on the Ganges or exploring Ajanta's caves, you connect with something timeless. India's history isn't locked in museums, it's alive in every stone and street. Visiting these sites leaves an indelible mark. Here, the past and present are always in conversation. Beyond monuments and food, it's India's people that travelers cherish most. Kindness is everywhere. A shopkeeper offering tea to a lost tourist, strangers helping a family on a train. A backpacker from Ireland shared snacks and smiles with an elderly woman, no words needed. These unscripted moments define the journey. The rickshaw driver who becomes a guide, the family who welcomes you as their own. Atithi Devo Bhava, the guest is God, isn't just a saying, it's a way of life. These encounters break barriers and build bridges. They remind us that beneath our differences, we share a common humanity. The real treasure of India is found in its people's hearts. It's these connections that travelers remember most. India's intensity is part of its magic and its challenge. The crowds, noise, and visible poverty can be overwhelming, especially for first-timers. A Swiss traveler described Mumbai as a sensory assault, but eventually found beauty in the chaos. A UK volunteer in Kolkata saw hardship, but also resilience and joy. The challenge is not to look away, but to look closer and learn. Navigating bureaucracy and crowded trains tests patience, but overcoming these hurdles builds confidence. India pushes you out of your comfort zone, forcing growth and humility. The initial shock gives way to understanding and appreciation. The country operates on its own logic, frustrating yet fascinating. The challenges are real, but they're what make the journey transformative. India strips away preconceptions, leaving you more compassionate and resilient. India is a land of contrasts, bustling cities and tranquil countryside. In cities like Delhi and Mumbai, modernity and tradition collide. Skyscrapers beside ancient temples, tech hubs next to old markets. The urban energy is electrifying, but exhausting. The countryside offers balance, a slower pace, peace, and connection to nature. A traveler in Kerala's backwaters found serenity gliding on a houseboat, far from city chaos. The Himalayas offer solitude, Goa's beaches, relaxation. India's landscapes shift constantly, from mountain to coast, city to village. This duality is the heart of India's appeal. In the cities, India wakes you up. In the countryside, it calms your soul. Here, you experience the full spectrum of life. Amidst the intensity, India is full of humor and delightful absurdity. The Indian head wobble confuses and amuses. Yes, no, maybe. It's all part of the charm. Language mix-ups lead to laughter. A French traveler asking for a monkey instead of a market. Animals on the road, cows, goats, even elephants, turn traffic jams into comedy. A family from the US learned patience when a cow napped in the street, and everyone simply waited. These funny moments break the ice and connect people. A Brazilian backpacker became a selfie celebrity at a monument, surrounded by local students. The unexpected becomes the most cherished memory. India teaches you to laugh at yourself and find joy in the chaos. The funny side is an essential part of the journey. Seasoned travelers agree. The most important thing to bring to India is an open mind. Let go of expectations. The real adventure begins when you embrace the unknown. Be flexible, patient, and ready to connect with people. Smile, accept that cup of chai, and don't be afraid to ask for help. The kindness you receive will be unforgettable. Things won't always go as planned. See setbacks as part of the experience. Take it slow. Don't try to see everything in one trip. Balance caution with adventure. Enjoy the street food, but be mindful. Trust your instincts and give yourself time to acclimate. India is more than a destination. It's a teacher. It will challenge and change you, expanding your perspective. The journey may be tough, but it's always beautiful and unforgettable. Follow us for more stories that connect and inspire.